WWE, Unreal, a glimpse into the multiverse of wrestling. Imagine a world where the roar of the crowd echoes a different chant. Where the Royal Rumble winner isn't Jey Uso but CM Punk, standing tall, defiant, and on a collision course with Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 41. That moment almost happened. It was real enough to be debated, mapped out, and even rehearsed. This isn't a what-if fantasy. It's the untold truth of WWE's ever-evolving narrative landscape, captured in raw, unfiltered fashion in WWE, Unreal, a 5-part documentary now streaming on Netflix. The docuseries lifts the curtain on the meticulously chaotic world of professional wrestling, a hybrid of sport, theater, and relentless ambition. It captures the heartbeat of WWE, the split-second decisions, the rewrites hours before showtime, the euphoric highs of a perfectly executed swerve, and the crushing weight of a scrapped dream. From the opening minutes of Episode 1, viewers are thrust directly into the pressure cooker of the writer's room. Whiteboards overflow with names, feuds, and arrows looping into chaos. Triple H, Paul Levesque, is seen calmly orchestrating from the eye of this storm. His voice, steady but impassioned, guides the creative process like a maestro mid-symphony. We see real meetings where Cena's heel turn was born, and where it almost died. What if, they asked, The Rock had chosen Kevin Owens instead to take down Cody Rhodes? What if one of the most beloved anti-heroes in WWE, had stood side by side with the Great One in a WrestleMania main event? That version of WrestleMania 41 nearly happened. Kevin Owens, with fire in his voice, recalls seeing the initial pitch. "I saw my name next to Rock's on the format sheet," he says in Episode 3. "My heart almost stopped. Then, 2 days later, poof. Poof. That word lingers like a ghost throughout the series. Fans often only see the final product. The fireworks, the promos, the betrayals. What WWE, Unreal does differently is show you the road not taken. It reveals the ghost stories of WWE, the matches that never happened, the alliances that nearly shifted history, the heroes that were one vote away from becoming villains. One of the most mind-blowing scrapped ideas. A triple threat involving CM Punk, Gunther, and Drew McIntyre, with Punk walking out as champion and immediately turning heel on both men. That ending, described by one producer as Shakespeare meets Street Fight, was rehearsed in a dark ring after SmackDown. Ultimately, it was shelved, deemed too complex for a single night. Another creative fork in the road came when WWE debated pulling the trigger on Bianca Belair vs. Charlotte Flair vs. Rhea Ripley in a rare women's WrestleMania Night 1 main event. We see footage of all three training together, fully believing this was their year. Belair's disappointment is palpable when the decision shifts. "It's part of the game," she says, holding back emotion. But it doesn't mean it don't hurt. And then there's the Cena arc. We now know 2025 is the year John Cena shocked the world by turning heel for the first time in 2 decades. But WWE, Unreal reveals that it almost didn't happen. Cena himself was hesitant. "We sat in that room for 6 hours, says writer Paul Burkill. "Cena was quiet the whole time. Then he just said, if we do this, we can't half-step. I go full dark. And then he walked out. They almost scrapped it the next morning. But Triple H made the call. John knew what it meant," Levesque says. "He didn't want to betray the fans unless we had something legendary lined up. So we rewrote the next 4 months. That rewrite included another what if, Cena as a brainwashed follower of The Rock. We had a cult-like visual, costume. Designer Mikey Blanton says, Cena with beads, a cloak, almost like a zealot. The Rock would be the messiah figure. Wild stuff. Not all alternate storylines are as bombastic. Some were intimate shifts in tone. Cody Rhodes almost lost his championship in a quiet backstage ambush, rather than a grand WrestleMania stage. In a test version, Gunther attacked him in a locker room segment, snapping his arm and forcing a mid-year vacating of the title. But it was deemed anticlimactic. There's a fine line between realism and flat, says SmackDown writer Lisa Hamilton. Sometimes the smaller moments don't hit as hard as they sound on paper. And that's what WWE, Unreal showcases so well, the weight of those decisions. Every turn taken means 3 left behind. Every cheer earned is the echo of a million unseen options. We meet the creative minds behind the madness. Writers, agents, even lighting directors. We hear from Shawn Michaels, who pitched a wild ladder match between Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, Rollins winning, but Breaker getting stretchered out in handcuffs for snapping. It would have made him a star overnight, Michaels says. But they didn't bite. We see ideas rise, like LA Knight being considered as MITB winner and Royal Rumble surprise entrant in the same year. And we watch them fall, like the teased AJ Styles vs. Finn Balor Iron Man match that ran 90 minutes in rehearsal and was deemed too risky for a tired crowd. Most revealing is Episode 5, which follows WrestleMania 41 weekend. The cameras capture the last-minute changes, the rewrites written in Sharpie on coffee-stained scripts, and the utter panic when a ring rope snaps during rehearsal. Triple H smiles at the chaos. This, he says, is what makes it magic. You feel it in every frame. The passion, the exhaustion, the joy of creation. Because WWE, Unreal isn't just about the matches you saw, it's about the ones you almost did. The universes where everything went differently. The alternate timelines of sports entertainment, where Punk dethrones Gunther, Owens shares the ring with The Rock, Cena stays pure, and Cody never finishes his story. In those moments, you realize, WWE is less about predetermined outcomes and more about infinite possibilities. It's a multiverse where every idea matters, even the ones that never make it to air. WWE, Unreal is the first time the curtain isn't just pulled back, it's ripped off the hinges.